everyone, I'm Holly and I am the owner and soap maker here at Missouri River Soap, and I am making rainbows because, you know, my heart is surely colored rainbows. So in this video I am going to show you the making of this rainbow bundt soap cake, and it's so nice. I just made it yesterday and it's looking really good. We have a little bit of ash on it. And then I also make this loaf of soap. Isn't it gorgeous? I have a little bit of ash on it too, but that's okay. I do not mind. It's so beautiful. I love it. So if rainbows are your thing, just keep watching. I am so excited to get started on this soap. I've been wanting to make it for quite some time. The first thing I'm going to do is add in my lye solution. I'm not adding any milks to this batch today. Decided to just go the little easier route. And I'm going to get this blended up. I'm going to burp my stick blender. My lye solution was just a hint warm. I added the water back into it that I had planned to use as coconut milk, and so that always heats it up just a little, but I decided to go ahead and go forth. I am going to be blending them just a bit more with their colors and the fragrance. I want to give this a nice stir. See how it's looking. Get all those corners and edges involved. It's really nice. It's at a very light trace, but that'll thin out just a little bit, or at least it should, as I'm mixing my fragrance in. So I brought my scale over so I could see how much this would weigh. I have tared it out already with the pitcher. 170 ounces. That means each pitcher needs approximately 28 ounces. So I'm just going to weigh this first one so I can see what marker I need to go to. Let's see here. Looks like 0.75. Getting a little drippy around here. Okay, that's pretty much right on. Just need to scrape it out. I'm using my Peaches and Poppies fragrance. I have my colors already mixed in with a little bit of the oil from the batch, but I also added in the fragrance here just last minute. So it's nice and loose. I'm just going to continue for all 6 colors. So I have my cute little bundt pan, and it is silicone, of course. We'll see how this goes. I filled it with water and it took about 80 ounces, so I've made extra so that I can pour into another mold if needed. I'm going to start with the pink. This is starting to thicken up quite a bit. I've soaked this Poppies and Peaches before, but it's been quite some time. And I'm just going to go in color order. And just see how this goes. Pretty excited about this. And this is just completely for fun. No pressure, just fun rainbow soap making. Yesterday I made my lemon poppy seed soap and the coffee soap, so kind of got the bug again. Started feeling like this would be a fun project. I like uniform shaped bars, so it's usually why I don't do cake shapes or pie shapes or, you know, anything like that. But we'll give it a try this time. And we do want it somewhat thick, or else those colors are going to just bleed all together. So, you know, this is fine. This is actually quite perfect. And I'm using a mixture of neon colors and regular micas. All right, smack this down. All right, so let's start all over again. This is so fun. Oh goodness. So I'm kind of making just 2 loops around, as you've surely noticed. These are getting thick enough that I do need to stir in between. Oh, isn't that pretty? This is fantastic. I love this. I was gonna say I love how this is turning out, and I love this at the same time, so I think that came out a little bit weird. So pretty. Whoop. Nice. Loving it. And I'll just use these for samples and such. At least that's my plan right now for the Rainbow Extravaganza mini rainbow. Not doing a full one this time, just a mini version of it. Still gonna be pretty epic. Okay, I will probably just quit with this one, and then we'll just see how it goes, because it's really quite full. I'm gonna smack it down again. That's kind of goofy. Very blibbity. Okay, well that filled it up just pretty much perfect. So here we have the bundt version of this. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it as far as forcing it to gel. I will probably try to put a heating pad under it and then invert a tub of some sort just so that it goes through the gel phase. So I'm going to come back to do the loaf one. I have my handy dandy 5-pound mold here from Brambleberry. So I thought what I'd do is I'll start with the purple on this one. And again, I'll try to do a couple different Yeah, that'll be fine. I shuffle these pictures around so much when I'm making rainbow soap. Love to have a super long table. And this I will also use for samples. I just think it's going to be super pretty to cut a sample, and they're probably going to be a little bit more narrow, but we'll see. Ooh, there's quite a bit of the green left. I might go a little heavier on the green here. And I don't know why I'm doing swirly whirlies, but it seems like that's what it's taken to get it out of the container. Let's see, we're still doing pretty good, I guess, visually here. Maybe you could have my camera in a different spot. Just trying different things right now. It's kind of fun to have little different views. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm a shorty, so I was like, am I gonna be able to reach over there without being on my tippy toes? But yes, I'm not that short. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. So pretty. Put quite a bit in there. Spread it out a bit. This is great fun. I have all the rainbow soaps made for the mini rainbow extravaganza. In fact, they're cured and ready to go. It's just gonna take a little time now for me to prepare the other products that's going with the rainbow extravaganza. I'm gonna smack this down. So it is gonna take me a while to scrape all of this out. So I probably will have to speed it up at some sort. Oh, so pretty. Goodness. Well, I think this one turned out extra fun. I'm loving this. How cool is it? And this was just the extra kind of the afterthought one. So I have a little bit, I know it's an Eco Glitter. I think it's the gold version from what I can see. So I'm just gonna spritz the top of this one. Not much. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness gracious. How awesome is this batch of soap? It's so pretty. Let's just look at it from all angles, shall we? I would do a hand if I had an extra one or two. Oh, it's just so good. Look at it. Okay, so we have this one. And we have this super duper cute bundt cake one. And I will see you back here for the cut. So I've decided to frost this, and I really hope that I have thought it through. It's been just at a day since I made it, but it seems nice and solidified. So I'm gonna try to hold it here. Let's hope it goes well. Not really sure. I just need to, just need to get it loosened up. I don't want to ruin the sides, but we definitely have to break that suction. Seems like it's doing a good job. And let's see if I can move this around a bit more. I've never tried done multiple of these before. All right, let's see. All right, come on now. Okay. All right, so I did get it a little squashed up, but I think it'll be all right. Just smooth it out a little bit. I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but since I did want to frost it, I didn't want it to be too far past when it was made. So that's looking pretty good. I think it would be in my best interest just to go ahead and get it on its tray. I'm gonna put it back on the tray with a stainless steel cooling rack. So I think it turned out really great. Isn't that pretty? It's gonna be so much fun to cut into it. So my plan here is, I really do hope I've thought this through. I'm going to make a small batch of white soap, and I'm hoping just to do like a general pour drizzle thing. We'll see. I think I'll unmold this one really quick. So I'm just gonna slide out this wood bottom, and then it just pops out like so. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. It's so pretty. So let me think this through. I kind of think that I might leave it just so we don't develop ash, but let's not. Let's just get into this. Let's see what it looks like. I probably won't cut it though until I cut the bundt. Oh, it's so pretty. What? You seen that one commercial with the Allstate guy? What? What? Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. Look at that. That's a stunner. All right, we're gonna save it though. I'm not gonna cut it quite yet. So I've just prepped a small batch of soap, unscented. This lye solution is still a hint warm. I'm ready to start my weekend. It's 4:30. So okay, moving along here. I have some titanium dioxide here. I think I will blend this up first. So I want to be able to pour this, it's already at a trace, but I also want to make sure it's thick enough that it doesn't leave, you know, it's like I don't want it to be super thin. All right, there's the titanium dioxide. Let's look at this. That's looking pretty good. I did make plenty. I just thought I'd pour it out into another little mold for just some home soap or something. So the main thing is I do want this to go on smoothly. I have a little bit of water and I'm going to wet the outside. Because we want it to stick, and a lot of times this will help. Okay. All right, wish me luck. Let's see. I kind of know what to do it. Okay, just do it. Let's just see how it looks. All right, I think this is working. It's a little thin, but at least it's running down the sides. That's cute. Last time I frosted something. All right, let's see how that looks. It's a hint thin. What do you think? I wish you could tell me what I should do. I think it looks pretty good. I don't want to add a whole bunch more because I don't want it to go down the sides more. What do you think? Oh, I so wish you could tell me what you thought. But by the time, it'll be too late. All right, let's look this over. Maybe we could, see, it's starting to get thick, so I don't really want to mess with it anymore. I do feel like I could have a hint more. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I can't decide. I'm honestly gonna leave it. It's always the best just to leave things. When you're not sure, just leave it. Done. I am gonna top it with a little bit of a blue shimmer eco glitter. I mean, it just needs glitter, it's just the way it is. It's so shiny and beautiful. Let's turn it. This is gonna be fun to take pictures of. I did think about doing sprinkles, but sometimes sprinkles can bleed and just leave weird marks on it. I'm gonna top it with a little bit of this silver rainbow glitter, just a little bit of a chunkier glitter. Still eco glitter. Ah. It's so pretty. it lovely? So much fun. And this is just a fun soap, just playing around. I do wish I would have gotten a little bit more there, but if I ever do it again, I'll know. All right, I'm going to let this set for probably a day or two before I come back and give these a cut. Okay, so I am going to cut up this cute soap, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to do for like cutting for samples, and I decided I'm just gonna cut it into bars. So I have my single cutter here from Bud's Wood Shop, and I just thought it would be fun to do just a plain simple cut situation. I love how this one turned out. Now it is difficult to make a batch like this in my big slabs because I really need the edges, and so I don't know if I can do this one larger sometime. I will probably try. I'll just have to get some more molds going. I just super love how this one turned out, and this one was just an afterthought, but it is just delightful. And I've been thinking about just selling these limited, or perhaps we could do a giveaway. I am not very good at doing giveaways, and I always have good ideas and I plan them out sometimes, and then I get so busy and I don't know. I don't end up doing a lot of giveaways, but this would be fun to have a giveaway with this particular soap because it's just so cool. I'm hoping I have enough samples for the Rainbow Extravaganza, the mini one. When I make, oh, we have a little bit of an air pocket on that one. When I make the bigger batches, my biggest batch, which I've been trying to do, I don't get as many samples off of those loaves. So usually I make an extra batch for samples, and I kind of thought that this would be it, but now I'm not sure it is. Whoops. I don't really have time to get any new done either, so we'll see. I have decisions to make. Ah, it's just so cool. Love it. I went back and forth on cutting this bundt cake. I think I've decided to just go ahead and get it cut, but I can't push it through my splitter like I had planned on doing because it's too tall. So I'll have to cut it by hand, and I'm not a good soap cutter by hand with a knife, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's so cool. Just so cool, and the colors are just gorgeous. So for this gorgeous soap cake, I'm just gonna take it off of its little cake stand. Ah, it just turned out so neat. Just a real winner of a soap, I think. I just think it's super fun. So let's see. I may have to do a pause and have this soap with a slice out and then take some pictures. So we'll see. I've been pausing so many times to take pictures of this soap that it's taking me forever to get this accomplished. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start like over here. I don't know, because it's gonna be hard to. This is my pure Comanche 2 knife. I've been using this one for like 10 years. And this is so sharp. It is the sharpest knife. All right. I guess we're just gonna go for it. I hope it works out. I can't get my fingers clear down in there. It's good, not a lot of residue on the knife at all. So I think for this first one, I'm gonna do a little bigger of a cut, and then we could cut it in half for samples if we choose to do that. Oh boy. Oh, I'm veering so badly. That's why I didn't want to do this. Because once I realized I couldn't use my splitter, I am just not a good cutter of soaps. Okay, here goes. We're gonna take a peek at this. All right, here goes. The big reveal. Okay, that's pretty cool. Look at that, isn't that fun? Now, let me tell you, I'm not loving this shape here. If I were to do this more often, I'd probably go with a more standard bundt mold. Let me get it. I could also make it a little bit shorter too, just stop here. But this is what I like. I like this general shape. But I don't care for what's happening down here. So that might be something that I look into. So that is super fun. I think I will pause and see if I could get a decent picture. Okay, so I took about a million pictures, it feels like. Hopefully one of those will work. Usually I run downstairs, but I'm just gonna go with it. So I'm just gonna, whoop, guide that knife. So I thought I would just cut some bigger chunks. Isn't that so fun? Might have to take another picture, we'll see. That's the problem. I just want to share all the pictures with everybody. So, let's see, I think I'll cut it in half. Anyone else get exhausted taking product pictures? It's like, hold my breath so I don't move because my camera is still a little on the older side, so it doesn't have like a remote. So I'm like, hold my breath, and I don't know, it gets to be a little exhausting with all the weird angles I perform. Let's see, I think I will cut straight down. Oh, this is just so cool. I'm glad that I went ahead and cut into it. Isn't that neat? Gosh. Gosh. Let's see what it'll look like if we did a smaller cut. It's a little easier to cut once they're broken up into the smaller pieces. We have a little bit of an air bubble in there. Okay, these are just cool. These are just cool. Now, for usage, I don't know how I personally can deal with this being an okay, whoops, awkward shaped bar. So, I don't know. See, that's some reason why I don't make cupcake soaps and such. Is just I just don't like the awkwardness of it. I like a rectangular or square bar of soap. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I will decide what I want to do for cutting these down further, but for now, it turned out so cute. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.